Hello Legacy residents, my name is Mary Kay Breitenbach. I am a member of the Board of Directors, and joining me today is Larry Crook, the chairman of our Neighbor to Neighbor Club. The purpose of our videos today will be antennas for our licensed ham radios here in Legacy. And I'm going to let Larry Crook discuss what those requirements are and how that will work.
Thank you, Mary Kay. And my name's Larry Crook with Neighbor to Neighbor. Neighbor to Neighbor is kind of a unique organization. It's neighbors helping neighbors in our Legacy community. We have several functions. One of them are block captains that patrol the area after a disaster. The other is medical teams that we can deploy. And one of the most important things we have is communications. Now, in a scenario, let's say that a hurricane or tornado hit, if we have cell tower service, we will utilize that first, especially with texting to our block captains and so forth. However, if that is not available, one of the things that we will have available to us is amateur radio. The amateur radio will hook into 75 towers that are throughout the state of Florida. So the important thing is how do we get to that thing? The signals are line of sight, so having an external antenna will help tremendously with that effort. If not, then we will be subject to whatever disaster planning or issues that may come up in trying to get a hold of emergency services. One thing, I'll just show you an example. This is an antenna that's more of a mobile unit. If you can look at this and maybe put a pencil beside it, that'll give you an idea of what a permanent fixture would be. Same thing, the mast that it'll sit on is very similar to a flagpole, and most likely these will be at the rear of the home and so forth. Now, one requirement that the board has set up is that you have to be a licensed radio operator. Right now, to my knowledge, we have 3 in the community. One of the requirements is if these are going to be approved, it has to go to the board to get an approval on that thing. One other thing, it's not like if you're going down the interstate and you see these massive cell towers at 300 feet up in the air. It's nothing like that. Like I say, it'll be utilized on very similar to a flagpole. The main issue is getting the communications line of sight, which is how high that thing can be, and the maximum we can put in the community is 25 feet. So that will be an important link. We tie into Lake County Office of Emergency Management, which they have a link into that thing. So as long as we can get that, we can get services that we need to deploy into this community. Hopefully it never happened, and it hasn't happened this thing. But we want to kind of err on caution in case we don't have the cell service, that we can utilize these antennas to get the right communications if we do need emergency services that we're requesting.
So as Larry has already discussed, in the event of a natural disaster, our only access to the outside community will be through Larry and his ham operators on the Neighbor to Neighbor Club. This is a very crucial part of this vote, and I don't want to emphasize enough how important it is for the community to vote 667 times yes in order to get this passed, so that we can become a safer and better maintained community. If by any chance you know neighbors who are not here or do not look at videos, I encourage you to communicate all of these video messages to them in the hopes of changing these very important covenant issues. Thank you very much for your time, and enjoy your day.